here we go. We're going to kick things off. This is Ryan Ketchum here with Fitness Revolution, and we're going to cover creating a high-performing business. So the thing I want to cover here is that you can have an extremely successful business. There's nothing that says that you can't have the business that you always wanted, right? And so what does that look like? Well, successful businesses, those are all dependent on, they're very individual, right? They're independent of anyone else's standards. And so the main things I look at when I look at a successful business is you need to create it without a lot of the stress and frustration you're probably dealing with right now. And I'll talk about some of that as I go through it. I had some big frustrations, some big stresses when I was running my business. If I'd had the framework, if I'd had the structure that I know about now, things would have been so much easier. You can have that within your business. It's really easy to create. It just needs some guidance and some structure, because the fact is most of us in the fitness industry are trainers. You don't have the business background that you need to have to really know how to run your business. There's no reason that anyone should expect that you know how to run your business, right? You've had no formal training whatsoever. At least most of the people that I talk to, that's what we kind of experience in this industry. Is you come into it and you want to help people. You want to really be just helping people get the results that they want. You don't have any idea how to actually run a business. We have to learn sales and marketing. We have to learn structure. We have to learn systems. We have to learn management. You have to learn all of that as you go. And so you need to be able to build a successful business. And we'll talk about that some more, but success is defined by whatever you want it to be. And then you need to do that without it causing you tons of stress and frustration. This is not why you got into running your business, right? You want to run a business, you start a business so that you can achieve your goals, so that you have a why behind this, just like your clients have a why behind their goals. And everyone's is unique and individual. But most people, they want a little bit of freedom, right? They don't want to have to work for someone else. They want the opportunity to make enough money so that they're happy and they're comfortable. They also want to be able to build something that means something to people, that makes an impact. And so you want to do all of those things. So one quick reminder here as we go through this, we're going to be sharing some really, really important stuff. So I want you to close all your email browsers, Facebook, Twitter, social media, all that stuff. Pull out a notepad, pull out a blank sheet of paper, and really focus in on the three things that I'm going to teach you today. And each of those three things has a lot of components to it. If you go through this, I know you'll have what it takes to get started on building your business. And if you stay until the end, so if we make it all the way to the end with us, what we're going to do is we're going to have an offer for you to jump on a call, and it's a completely free offer. There's no commitment required whatsoever. There's no charges to it at all. If you stay to the end, I'm going to show you how you can get a call with one of our coaches. And so you'll be able to get on a call and help work through some of these issues and create a really cool roadmap and a simple roadmap to help you create a high-performing business. So let's get things kicked off here and get them started. So does any of this look familiar to you? Like you're burnout, you're sick and tired of not getting the respect you deserve as a business owner. I know when I was just starting my training business that the quote-unquote business leaders in the community or real business people really don't take you seriously, and that frustrated me quite a bit. You're running a business. It is a business. You're no different than a mom and pop shop that might open up that has a storefront. You're no different than any other type of business, but people for some reason, don't take fitness professionals seriously. They have zero respect for them as a business owner, and it's really not getting any better. The problem is we've done that to ourselves. It's because so many fitness professionals don't run a good business. And so it's really challenging to look at it that way, but you have to realize that. But you do deserve respect. Your profits might be going down the tube there, seeing the next picture at the top. I know I've had to fight through some of that as well. as expenses creep up and you try to grow, things become more challenging. You have team members on board and your profits are not where they need to be. So you're not bringing in the money that you want. Your marketing may be off track. So like the picture there with the guy blindfolded shooting an arrow at the target, your marketing just doesn't work. Like you get sick and tired of hearing about all these success stories. You see Facebook ads and you see these so-called like internet experts out there that are saying, oh, this works for me, this works so great, and you put it in play. You do something and you can't figure out why it doesn't work. Like, why am I not getting these same results? That's incredibly frustrating. You also have a lack of time, right? There's 24 hours in a day. You're working 14, 15, 16 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, and you have no time for yourself. You can't take a vacation. You're not being able to spend time with your family. I know as a new dad, for me, my family is important. Like my day ends at 5:30 or 6. It just does. And I've got to go spend time with my son. And I know at one point in my career, that wouldn't have been possible. Like I'd had to grind it out and do like the hustle thing, right? Just continue to hustle. And you don't have to do it that way. You can set your business up so that you have free time, and it should provide you that time to spend with your family and do fun things. If you can't enjoy your life and you don't have a little bit of balance there, not that it's always balanced, but if you don't have some balance where you can do those things, your business isn't high performing. And then you're burnt out. You're frustrated that sales aren't growing. So sales are plateaued, marketing's there, you get to a point where it's like you can't figure out what's going on. The next issue, you've got a team that they've got tons of issues. They're all pointing their finger at you. You've got to deal with all their problems. You've got to put out all these fires, and that gets really, really frustrating to deal with. And we'll talk about how to solve that problem. And then, the picture with the woman with her to-dos all over the place, right? The sticky notes all over the place. And that's what I feel like sometimes. Check my desk right now, has got stuff all over as well. So it's a work in progress, but you're just overwhelmed. You've got tons of this stuff on your plate. You've got fires to put out. You've got things you got to do. You've got a task list that's never ending. You don't know what to prioritize, and you're just trying to keep up. So does any of that look familiar to you? If so, I need you to know that you deserve better. Right? You can have a high-performing business. You can get the business that you want, and it can provide you with the things that you want. And holy cow, I saw that Hoosier Trainer just jumped on, which is awesome. I'm a Hoosier. I live in Bloomington right now. So welcome to Hoosier Trainer. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Touch base with you afterwards. And I'm going to keep going through and muting some of the background noise that we have. So if you can, you got to manage your mute buttons yourself, or if you're on the phone, just mute it so it's silent. That way we can make sure we keep all this background noise down to a minimum. But you deserve better. You won't have to run a frustrating, stressful, crazy business that doesn't provide you exactly what you want. So what is a high-performing business, really? So a high-performing business does a couple of things. One, it needs to be able to provide you a good income, right? So that's different for everyone. So it's got to be something that you can grow, that you can survive on, that you can eventually potentially build a team around. So high-performing business has got your marketing in order. You have a sales plan in order, like sales process in order. So I know I see a couple people with the, I'm not getting any volume, or I only one. Scroll up in the chat. There is an option to call in. You can go ahead and call in to that number, or there's a little button there that says audio on your dashboard in WebEx. You click that, and you'll be able to click in and connect with your computer. And again, if you do, manage your mute buttons here. So with all of that, let's talk about the high-performing business scheme. So you've got to have marketing and sales systems, right? So you have to be able to grow your business. And growth at some point means different things to different people. You've got to be able to bring new clients in and attract them. You've got to be able to, all right, guys, manage those mute buttons. I know people are just jumping on. Mute yourself. That way we don't get tons of background noise on this. But you've got to be able to grow your business. You've got to run sales and marketing. From there, you need to be able to scale it. And so you need to be able to take advantage of opportunities. And scaling it means different things. It doesn't mean multiple locations always. It doesn't mean you have to have a 10,000 square foot facility. Scaling your business means you're able to identify opportunities and take some risks. So with scaling your business, then you basically need to have an opportunity where you have enough profit margins to then look at risks and say, I can expand to another facility if I want, or I can hire a team member, or I can hire a trainer, I can hire an admin, I can look at a new website. And being able to scale your business and look at risk and opportunity, that's a key part of having a high-performing business, because when you do that, you're able to stay ahead of your competition. And then in some sense, as a business owner, you have to be able to have your business give you some sense of fulfillment. You got to love what you're doing. You've got to be able to manage the stress. It's got to be fun to run, and it's not always fun, right? There's sometimes work has to be involved, but it's got to give you some sense of purpose, and I'm going to talk about that as well. And so how do I know this? Well, I did it, and so can you. So right now, currently, we work with, and I personally work with many of the top fitness business owners in our industry. These are people you see in like the men's health top 10 gyms in the country. We've had a lot of them as clients. We have some real superstars in our programs right now. And so I'm able to work with them because I went from really a dead broke personal trainer. I started my personal training business immediately after college. I had one client and I had no money. I was paying everything off of, paying that off of credit cards basically to live. And so I eventually took the information I knew, I sought out more information, I hired great coaches, and built myself up to a successful fitness entrepreneur. Had a really successful training business that I sold and got out of to continue filling my purpose, which is now this, and helping you all now. So, we've run multiple businesses, we've built up multiple brands, we've done a lot. And so in less than 10 years, I've learned how to create a business, scale it, get to a point where I could get myself out of that business and then pursue other things that I wanted to do. And that may not be your path, but you can do the same thing. You can find the path that you want to go and be successful. That fitness business that I had, it was over 400 clients. It was a small town in Indiana. We did close to $700,000 in yearly revenue when I left. And at the end, I was only working there, 4 or 5 hours a week at most, in meetings, managing, helping with the sales and marketing stuff. So you can do this, and if I can do it, I'm not the smartest guy in the entire world. I had to figure some things out the hard way. It's absolutely possible. If I can do it, I know anyone can. You have to make sure that you set your mind to being able to do this. So let's talk about some realities first before we get into the actual strategies. Marketing and growing your fitness business is getting tougher. There's more competition out there. Your consumers, your market is more educated. They are now learning, what they want. They're learning about how to educate themselves well ahead of time. So in terms of being able to research what types of training is available, what are your reviews out there, what are people saying about you, what are your beliefs, do you fit with your core values? They're able to investigate that, which makes marketing harder, because now not only are there more messages, but the consumer is out there basically looking for options and researching it before they're reaching out to you. So the days of like the gimme lead that just calls in and is ready to buy, that might be the case, but those people are very educated. There's a lot of people that are reading about you, trying to find out more about you, that may not be contacting you because they don't know how, or you haven't motivated them enough. So marketing is getting tougher. You can't rely on just your basic networking and referral strategies anymore. You've got to do more to market your business, which is growing it. And in growing it, you've got to do more to... Hang on one second. I got a crying baby, and that is not my baby. So I made sure of that. But we've got everybody handled now. We're good. growing your fitness business, scaling it, doing all that is getting tougher. But there's a few things that you can do that can make it easier for you. And one of the coolest things is you don't have to make all the mistakes. So we've done that. We've seen people do that. We learned from that. There's an easier path. Just like your clients come to you because they need some help with the fast track, right? They go to an expert to help them figure out what the exact path is to reach their goals. And you know that because you've studied that. You know that because you've worked with hundreds of clients to help them do that. You know all these things. So you know the fastest path. You know the simplest path. Well, we've done that too. And so you don't have to make all the mistakes. And that's why you're on this webinar. So imagine just implementing a few simple strategies that could double your business. And so double your business might mean doubling your profit margins, your operating margins. It might mean doubling the number of clients. It might mean doubling one section. It could mean doubling the number of days that you take off in a year. If you don't take off any days, I'd love to see you be able to take off every weekend by putting these 3 strategies in place. And you can absolutely do that. So you have to make sure that you know what doubling really means to you, because it's not always just double your revenue. It's not always just double the number of clients you get. So, but you can do that. So on this training, we're going to cover 3 secrets for you. And this is where we get into the meat and potatoes of it all. So the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, you have to be able to attract qualified leads to your business while converting them to clients quickly. And so the bold parts of this, these are the things you want to focus on. You have to be able to attract them. I'm going to show you how to do that. 2, you have to create a framework that allows you to stick to your strengths. And so that's within the business, and it has to give you a sense of purpose. Again, if you don't have purpose, if you don't have a vision for your business, you're going to kind of fumble through the day, and you're going to have a hard time managing your priorities, managing your to-do list, figuring out what to tackle first. So you need to be able to create this framework, just like you would with a training program, where certain things happen at certain times, right? It's a template. You need to create a framework that allows you to stick to your strengths. We want you, I don't want to have to work on your weaknesses, right? I want to play to your strengths and just accelerate how fast you can move. And then secret 3, you have to track your progress. You don't take clients through their program and never check in to see are they on track to hit their results or not. You don't take clients through a program and figure out like, hey, are we actually moving towards my goal? So you have to be able to track your progress in some key areas, and that can guarantee your success. And when you track those results, when you track your progress and you're measuring things, what happens is you're able to recalibrate when needed. You're able to figure out where do I make adjustments? Where if I'm off track, what am I doing? What do I need to be doing differently? But also, if you're on track, how do I do more of that and like super accelerate my progress? And we're going to cover how to do each of these things today. So let's talk about optimizing your marketing first, right? Number 1 challenge, number 1 question that I get from trainers is, my marketing's not working. I need more leads, or I need more clients. Absolutely, hands down, number 1 question that I get. So you can optimize your marketing without needing to be a tech whiz. You don't have to have all sorts of technology know-how. And I know that doesn't seem like the case with Facebook ads and landing pages and all that stuff that's out there now. That's definitely a strength. If you have that, you can use that to your benefit, but you don't have to. You don't have to have a lot of extra time either. You definitely don't have to use ninja sneaky marketing tactics. In fact, because the consumer is so smart now, we talked about that, right? Being harder. Because the consumer is so smart and educated, you can't pull one over on them. And even if you do, they're not going to be a good long-term client for you. So you have to use some really, really good ethically-based marketing tactics to be able to grow your business. Now, you can easily double or triple the number of leads you get into your business. And I say that because I know that most trainers, they're averaging, and you're probably in this range, you're averaging maybe 5 to 10 leads a month, right? The great coaches, the great business owners that we're working with, they're on average generating around 40 leads a month. And so you can easily double or triple it just by having a systematic approach. And if you use this integrated, very specific approach to marketing. So what do I mean by integrated? I mean that you have to kind of attack marketing from various angles. You need to blend in online marketing, email marketing with Facebook or social media, with in-person marketing. And when you do that, and you have this target market that you're working with, now your message is getting put in front of them in all these different areas. So it has a better chance of sticking, just as an integrated approach. So this is what it looks like. I use this triangle, it's upside down triangle, and it's like a funnel. And so we think a marketing funnel. So the top of the funnel, that's where we're going to dump all the leads, right? All these leads are going to come in, and it's super simple. You need 3 marketing channels, and we'll cover what those are coming up. You need 3 marketing channels. You need an offline, an online, and an internal marketing channel. And we'll cover those. That's not that challenging to figure out. When you do this, now we have that integrated approach, right? I'm going to hit them online, I'm going to hit them offline, and then I'm going to get this internal approach, and you're going to expand your net. You're going to cast a bigger net for recruiting people, for getting leads, for attracting people into your business. Then you need one great high-converting front-end offer. So FEO stands for front-end offer. That is a low barrier to entry offer, so it's something that's easy for someone to take advantage of, and we'll talk about how to set that up, how to name it, how to price it. We're going to talk about that as we go through this training, so we'll get to that. And they need a simple sales process to convert. So the CO is core offer. That's the terminology that we use within our business with our coaching clients. Core offer, that's what you're going to build your business around. That's like your personal training, your one-on-one training, your semi-private, or your large group training. So you're going to have one offer that this is the thing that I build my business around. This is what I make my business economically feasible around. And so it's typically the thing you're best at, the results you're best at delivering, and how you achieve them. And so with that, all right, guys, sorry, I'll keep muting people as fast as I can on this and moving my slides. With that, what we want to look at is you have to have these 3 things. We're going to cover them one by one. Okay? Now, I do want to preface this. To make this really effective, you've got to know who you're serving. So you need to narrow this down to one ideal client. And so you'll hear people talk about target market or niche or an avatar, right? We want to talk about an ideal client. And the reason that you want to have an ideal client is, at the very least, an ideal client is that is who you're going to be speaking to in all of your marketing. When you're marketing to someone, you want to speak to one person. When you speak to that one person, the message is going to be more impactful, it's going to be more powerful, it's going to be more appealing and attractive. It's like magnetic, so it draws people in. The cool part about it is, by not trying to be generic, so by actually being very specific, talking to one type of person, you're going to attract other types as well. So you'll cover this wider base as you go through that. So don't worry about excluding people by narrowing your focus and your message. That actually will help. And I know it seems counterintuitive, but you have to trust me on this. It actually will help. So you need to create this ideal client profile where you name the person, basically. You go through and you talk about how old they are, what their income, what gender are they, what's their family life, how are their kids, what's their job, what are their hobbies, what are they interested in, what are their fears, what are their challenges, what are their obstacles. Everything you can think of about this person, you're going to write down, and then you're going to intimately get to know your ideal client. And one important factor with this is your ideal client can't be someone that is in your business now. And when I say that, I mean, you can use them as a model, but if you only think of the people that you work with now that are your favorite clients, the most fun to work with, you're going to pull out this information about them that these are the challenges that they have now. You want to create an ideal client profile for what that person looked like right before they signed up with your gym, right before they actually became a client. Because their challenges, their frustrations, where they're at now is different than when they first started signing up, when they first signed up with you, or when they were looking for an option to solve a problem that they had. So you want to reverse engineer it back to them. So don't just pick your favorite clients and go with it. That's a trap most people fall into. Let's talk about this. How do I create my marketing channel? So let's just assume you have your ideal client figured out. Well, we've got our online channels. This is the one that is probably the easiest to get into right now, but there's also the techie thing that's involved, right? It can be a challenge. So here's some possible channels. Social media. You could do just Facebook or Twitter. This is, again, where's your ideal client hanging out? Are they on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat? Which one? And then stick with it. Facebook's still king, in my opinion. You You can do just about anything you do on Facebook, still the biggest platform, excuse me, and you're going to be able to have the biggest reach there. It also doesn't change. So when I say that, I mean, like, I don't think that that's going to change. I think Facebook's going to stay the king for quite a while. And so Facebook's also where you can share more pictures, video, things like that. Some of the others have less of that in terms of their messaging. Now, I know Instagram, Snapchat, that's all video. I'm thinking Twitter, but nowhere do people hang out at, even Pinterest. But social media, you just create a simple strategy where you say, all right, what am I going to do? I'm going to post one picture of my clients in a workout every day. I'm going to post a success story once a week. I'm going to do a Facebook Live video once a week. I'm going to post 3 motivational quotes a day. Just create your strategy and get it out there. The key with social media, don't sell a ton. Do tons of content, tons of case studies, tons of testimonials, and you're just trying to like build your credibility. You're trying to gain some followers with this. And you're trying to extend your reach. So you can create a really cool social media profile. The one people that I see, the trainers that I see doing this really well, they're doing videos of sessions. They're doing quick tips. They're speaking directly to their ideal clients. They're just showing the energy in their gym. They're showing their clients having fun. They're talking about their expertise, building their credibility. So now you want to figure out, how do I do that for my ideal client? What do they want to hear from me? What do they need to see to get them excited or continue to pay attention to my message? But from there, you can do Facebook ads or paid ads. So paid ads on Twitter, you can do that, Google, anything. This is a great one if you know how to do some tech stuff. It's also got a little bit of a learning curve with it. So social media might just be the better approach, the organic social media. But if you can figure out Facebook ads, you can dominate your local market. And so learn how to do it. Dabble in it. Spend a couple bucks a day on Facebook ads. There's tons of courses out there. We have courses on how to set this up. You can Google how to set up a Facebook ad and go find a blog post that walks you step by step through it. I think we even have one on our site about how to do that. But dabble in Facebook ads with it, right? But you can't complain about Facebook's rules. So Facebook's tough in the fitness world, same as it is in the financial world. So you can't make these outrageous claims. You don't want to get your ads banned. So pay attention to the rules. Know what you're doing with that. You can blog. So if you love writing or you love doing videos, put up a blog and put out a ton of content out there. Make it search engine optimized. So that's the next one, SEO. Right? Do YouTube videos. So YouTube is a great thing for search. It's a little bit cluttered. I like to do this. I like to take an integrated approach with this. So if I'm good at video, I'm going to video myself. So let's just say how I might do this. Social media. I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to do that, do a bunch of tips or talk about a topic. I'm going to save that video on my phone. It'll go on social media. It's Facebook Live. Then I'm going to take that video and upload it to YouTube. I'm going to create my YouTube title and the headline and then the description so that it's geared towards search. Then I'm going to put that YouTube video on my blog and then I'm going to send it to my email list. Now I've spread out that one piece of content, that one video through all these channels, and now I've got a huge reach. So do this, do YouTube, you can extend it all out, but leverage your time. You can do webinars like this one, right? You can get an easy software to do this, host a webinar. So now you eliminate people coming to you, do a simple topic on nutrition. What are your client's biggest challenges or your lead's biggest challenges? Do that. Email marketing. This is one of the most valuable things you can do as a fitness professional is start building an email list. It's easy to do. You can build a really, really dedicated, powerful local email list. I did this early on. I got on the email train before it was cool, so it was a little easier for me. It's a little more competitive now, but you can set up something in MailChimp for next to nothing, build out a little short autoresponder to welcome people in, and then just be consistent. Email people content. So now I'll put my blogs or my videos and send them out the content that you're creating. And when you do that, when you do this email marketing, I might use my Facebook ads to build my email list. Then I can market to these people anytime I want to, however I want to. There's no rules like Facebook has in email marketing that might get you banned from this. Now, people might opt out, but you need to be ethical still, but you can market to these people at any given time. You also want to consider your Yelp and Google reviews. So what are you doing out there? Because we talked about this, the consumer searching for you, right? So do you have really good Yelp reviews and Google reviews? And if you have bad ones, did you respond in a good way? I had a person when I ran my gym, they came and had a bad experience. And it happens, right? It's going to happen if you work with enough people. She was really disappointed and she posted a bad, really harsh Yelp review. So I posted a comment in there, said I apologized for it, said I'd love to make it up to her, figured out who it was, got the background from my team, and then we reached out and offered for that person to come in and say, hey, we'd like to make this right. She actually came back in, did not sign up as a client, but completed an FEO, and then rewrote her Yelp review to say that we made it right, and that her first review was a little harsh and probably wasn't the best thing. That's the best marketing ever because it doesn't look fake, right? It's a real person and shows that we're willing to correct a mistake. So do that. Then you can put up landing pages, and landing pages are it's what you did to opt in and register for this webinar, right? So you can build landing pages to build your email list is really what you're trying to do. These are all the possible online channels. You need one really good one. And if you pick one, you can scale it like I taught you. You can extend your reach. So now let's look at offline channels, right? This is the other avenue. So joint ventures. Who can you partner with? What can you do? I used to use joint ventures to build my email list. So these things would all intertwine and work together as we did this. You can do charity events. So partner with an organization. Run charity events at your gym. You can do networking. Networking is really effective if you're doing it right. You don't have to be an extrovert to network. You can network one-on-one. The key to networking is you need to have an objective, right? You need to know what you need to get out of it, and a lot of times it's just about building relationships. So networking is more of a long play. It's not going to get you 10, 15, 20 clients like some of the online stuff might do early on or even joint ventures, but you're playing the long game, and your networking can open up doors to do all these other things as well. Speaking workshops, I used to love hosting workshops. So I'd host a workshop that didn't include activity. So I wouldn't ask people to come in and do a kettlebell workshop first thing. I'd set up nutrition workshops and workshops that were answering questions people had and solving issues that they had that I knew they would show up for before they were a client. So, most people, they're going to be a little nervous about coming in and just learning how to do kettlebells or doing an intense workout. So you're going to miss a lot of leads that way. But if I did the top 5 mistakes people make when grocery shopping, or 10 things you must have in your kitchen if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, then I can do that workshop anywhere, anytime, and people are less intimidated by that. So speaking workshops, do that. We used to go to other businesses and do workshops all the time for their customers on specific things. You can use business of the month, right? You can use Chamber of Commerce or do B2B calling. So if you're in the Chamber of Commerce, you get a guide to all the businesses. Can you do some B2B calling, some business-to-business calling, and reach out to see what you might be able to do? Use them business of the month, joint venture, any of those things. PR, public relations. Can you publish your work anywhere? Can you get other local bloggers to share what you do? Can you get other businesses to share on their social media? Can you write for the newspaper? Can you go on the radio? I used to do both. I used to do a live chat, Q&A with the local newspaper, like a chat online on the computer and answer questions of their readers. Used to do articles for them, did articles for local magazines. We did a monthly publication with the magazine that we did. We covered like a different type of workout or routine every month, and that was really popular. I've been on the radio. I had a radio show. I did all this. It takes some time to build up, but you can work towards it. It's a great channel. You can do direct mail. If you've got a little bit of money to invest in that. It's a little bit more in-depth. You've got to have some skill to do that, but it's possible. And then radio ads, newspaper ads, you can use those. Those are still effective at some level, and it goes back to our secret 3, right? You've got to be able to track your progress. Are these things working for you? That's how you know what to spend more money on or time on. But pick one of these offline channels, master that, and then an internal channel. So internal is all about referrals. So bring a friend, point of sale, referral rewards, referral contests, opportunity referral marketing. So opportunity referral marketing, and for the sake of time, you guys know referrals. You understand what a referral program is. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but opportunity referral marketing is all about basically seizing an opportunity. So when a client has a success, when they met a goal, when they tell you that there's something really great about your program, you take that opportunity to ask for a referral or to contact them later to ask for referrals. You have to take opportunity referral marketing. You can use testimonial systems. So you have a system for acquiring testimonials. That's an internal channel because testimonials are like referrals. When people look at what you do, a lot of them are going to go to the testimonials to see if they're finding somebody just like them and to see that you really help people overcome those challenges. So we have a cheat sheet that you can download. It's free on the site called Killer Fitness Testimonials. And it'll tell you how to get testimonials on video, how to get them written, the questions you need to ask. It makes it a really simple system. And then you have your ask for advice system. So this is where you go to your clients and ask for advice on how to reach their network or how to get more clients just like them. And that's an internal channel as well. And so when you use this integrated approach and it all points to one FEO, now you're going to be able to expand your reach. And what you do is you figure out where are my strengths, what am I best at, where am I most likely to get traction with first, then put those in place first. Don't worry about trying something brand new that you're not sure if it's going to work or that you might hate. So to do this, you have to create your FEO. And so all these marketing channels are going to drive right to your FEO. And this is like the simplest of marketing processes. There's obviously more complex, more in-depth, like funnels and things that you can build out. But I want to make this really simple. You could apply this today. You can go put 3 channels in place today, all towards one FEO. You have to create a hook with your FEO. Your front-end offer shouldn't just be a 2-week free trial. That's really unappealing and is not specific. Remember, you need to be specific to your ideal client. So you've got to create this hook, right? What's going to draw people in? What's going to make them say, you're talking to me. I know this. I have to do this program. Well, here's how you create it. Super simple. This is your formula. Result and time frame without pain. You should name your FEOs following this format. Now, you don't always have to have the without pain, but you can say lose 20 pounds in 28 days without dieting. Or jumpstart your fitness in 10 days. 10-day jumpstart workout. Think about your ideal client. What's the result that they want to get? What's the result that you can get them really quickly? So whatever that result is, think about the time frame you can get it in. And so if someone wants to, most of your clients, your ideal client, want to lose 30 pounds, but you probably can't do that. And an FEO should be somewhere between 14 and 21 days is usually the sweet spot, no more than 21 to 28 days. So what's the result you can get in that time frame? And then what's the pain you're trying to solve? So you don't have to be like hypey with your marketing in this either. If you can't really help someone lose 20 pounds in 28 days, then don't market it. So figure out where your values lie and what your core values are for your business, what you personally believe, and then figure out what's the result, so what's the specific result, and it has to be something your ideal client cares about, right? So most people aren't going to come in, and I got this question before from some of our coaching clients, and it's, well, I don't want to talk about weight loss early on. Well, you have to know your ideal client. Is that really what they're looking for? You might be trying to move them towards habit change, but they don't even know what the habit change system is. Like, they don't care about that. They want a result. Speak to the result. What result can you give them in a certain time frame, and then what's the pain that they're avoiding? So people hate dieting. That's why they'll lose 20 pounds in 28 days without dieting works, right? Super simple. If you need some help here, just type in 41 classic copywriting headline templates. This URL right here, that will absolutely give you some ideas. So use that, leverage it, but again, make it really specific. So we talked about duration, we talked about naming it, pricing it. When you price your FEO, you don't want to undercut yourself. You don't want to give away the farm here. So this, again, is to create an experience. It's a taste test of what you offer. You still need to be able to deliver a result, but it has to be low barrier to entry. That's why we have a short time frame. Those people can tolerate and palate fitness for 14 to 21 days. That's why I like that as my sweet spot. That's not too long for most people, but you don't want to make it so long that it's like eating up a bunch of time. It's hard to commit to. So do that. Then the price is 75% of the equivalent of your monthly cost. So let's use some simple math. If I'm going to run a 14-day FEO, and my normal prices for my core offer is $200 a month. That's the average, right? Then I know that I'm going to try to get it to 75% of my equivalent. So at $200 a month, that's going to be $50 a week. So if I have a 2-week FEO, a 14-day FEO, $100 would be the 100% equivalent. From there, I take 75%. So $75 would be the sweet spot for my front-end offer that's 14 days if my normal prices are $200 a month. When you do that, it's less of a jump to get to that 200, right? You're getting people, you're eliminating higher figures, you're pre-qualifying people with your marketing by doing that. And so you don't have to give it away for free. You can charge for it. Doesn't have to be sky high. It can be a deal still, but you don't have to discount completely. So 75% of the equivalent. And we're going to keep moving here and go to the simple sales process, which is kind of the last piece of the puzzle, right? We talk attract clients, and we need to convert them quickly. So you follow this simple process, 4 stages and 5 steps. So 4 stages. Stage 1, engagement. So this is where when you're sitting down with someone to go over a sales process, you're going to start to build rapport with them. You need to connect with them. This stage lasts at most 5 minutes. You're going to find common ground. Ask them unfitness, like non-fitness related questions, things that are about their life, their job, where they're from. Take notice about something. Be very observant. Are they wearing a college sweater or like a college jacket or a t-shirt? Did you notice something about the car they drove in on? Find common ground with them here. The reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to lower their guard a little bit so that they'll open up to me. And it's not to be sneaky. It's so that I can get them to open up and tell me what I need to know to help them. Because then we're going to go to the discovery phase. And this is where you spend the majority of your time. In the discovery phase, you're trying to figure out 2 things. Where they're at now, where they want to go. And then why are they not able to get there themselves. So first part I start out with, like, tell me where you want to go. Let's start with the positive first. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Be specific. And then I get to why do you want to accomplish that? Why is that meaningful for you? What have you tried before? Why haven't you done it yet? What's holding you back? What are your fears? Like, what are you scared of? What are the biggest challenges you face in your everyday life? And then I want to say, like, what do you feel now? Like, what do you feel about yourself now? Tell me or describe yourself to me right now. And you want to get into this 2 things. I look at this like painting a picture, like artwork. So I want to go into figuring out, paint this picture of before right now with me, and then paint me the after picture. And I want those 2 pictures as vivid as I can get in my mind when I'm talking to this person. They have to be able to tell me what it is. Then I go to the value build stage once I have that information. And in the value building stage, you basically fill in the roadmap between point A and point B. So the before and the after. You say, well, this is what we're going to do, and this is how I'm going to help you, and use all the information you learn in the discovery phase to help them overcome their objections, to help them overcome these obstacles, so you can tell them exactly how you're going to help them get there in a way that's meaningful for them. And this is where you don't want to go into this like trainer speak and talk in high technical terms, right? Then you go to the close, and this is where we ask for the sale. It's 5 steps, a transition. You do a transition line. So you say, hey, Mrs. Jones, I know that you can see the value in having an individualized program, have a trainer hold you accountable to help you reach your goal of losing 30 pounds. Don't you agree? You get them to say yes, and use the same line over and over again, just make the goal specific. When you do that, it flips a switch in your brain to get you ready to move to this next stage, which is like the close. You're going to ask for the sale here. You're going to ask for money. And most trainers are scared of that. So by having a transition script, by 1 sentence, you can flip your mind and get it in the mindset to say, I'm ready to do this. Then you go to your core offer, so you present the offer that you have for your client. Then you add in a bonus. And so instead of discounting, add extra, add more value to it. Add in some nutrition coaching, add in a jumpstart kit. I've talked about this a lot before, so we won't go too in-depth and we're running up on time. Then you need to create some urgency. So then I need to say, well, this deal is only good today. So that bonus is only good today. And then the risk reversal. And you say, I guarantee that you'll get the results. We have a no questions asked guarantee. I guarantee that you'll be satisfied. In 30 days, if you're not satisfied, we'll give you your money back and end your agreement. When you do that, now all of a sudden you've taken away every reason that they should not want to sign up. There's no objections there other than I just can't afford it. If you did that, you didn't build enough value. Then you just ask for the sale. And if you follow this simple sales process, then you're going to enhance your closing. So how does this all work together? Right? And we're still on secret number 1. We're flying through this. This takes forever. But I am hyped up about this marketing stuff. I don't know if you guys are getting it. Like, you can give me some feedback in the chat if you want. But this is how it works, right? We talked about the best people that we're working with now, that we're coaching. They're getting about 30 to 40 leads a month. So if you can ramp yourself up to that level and use this system, you get 40 leads, right? Awesome. Who's your trainer? Appreciate it. And I love you even more because of your name. That is awesome. So leads, 40. If you can get 40 leads a month, and you can get an FEO of 20 of those leads into your FEO, right? So 50% conversion. And you carry that 50% conversion over to your core offer. So you added 10 new clients, and you did this every month. Here's what it would look like value-wise to you. 20 times 79. So if you just had a $79 14-day FEO, that's $1,580. Then, if you got 10 clients at $299 a month, you added $2,990 in that month alone, that first month. We're not even valuing the lifetime value of a client, which is, could be for 6, 12 months for you. The 1 month value is $4,580. You could grow your business by that much every single month. That's huge. And then when you know your numbers like this, right? Again, tracking progress, and we'll talk about that as we go. If I know that I make $1,580 a month on my FEO, I can turn around and invest this back into my lead generation, pay for Facebook ads, get people to put together marketing materials, scale out what I needed to do. If you knew you could get this $1,500 a month, you can now turn around and invest that into your marketing because you just want to break even on the front end. Now, you still have a positive ROI. You're getting $2,999 in this. And by doing this and investing it back, you'll see this number go up. Your leads will go up, which means this will go up, which means this will go up, which means this will go up, which means the total value goes up. It's really not a hard system to learn. You just have to be able to track the numbers and put it to work for you. So this is easy stuff. It's super simple. You just have to do the work. You've got to get it formulated in. So now let's talk about secret 2. I went on and on about marketing and sales. That's like my thing. I love that stuff. But I also don't want to be captive to my business. So we talked about needing to create this framework that allows you to stick to your strengths. So the marketing should allow you to do that. So we're going to grow it. Now, how do you eliminate the stress? So are you working 60, 70, or 80 hours a week in your business? I mean, be honest with yourself. Sit back and ask right now. Are you working that much? Somebody said, heck no. That's awesome. I'm glad you are not working that much. So that's perfect. I have been there, and it's not fun, right? And a lot of you are. There's a lot of trainers out there that are doing it. You love what you do, and you're going to burn yourself out. So here's how you eliminate that. You have to create processes. You've got to create systems within your business. And in every business, there's some key processes. And this is what a training business looks like. Marketing, you need to have a marketing process. I just showed you a marketing process. You can steal that and use it within your business. Sales process, showed you that too, so you're already 2 for 2. Training process, I'm going to assume that you have that dialed in, even if you don't have it documented. You're a good trainer. I already know that, so you're good there. Office management process, so this is all customer service, admin, the facility, like taking care of the facility, inventory, all those things that you have to do. You need processes for that. You need an accounting process, so how are you managing your taxes, bookkeeping, how are you taking care of your finances, because that's really important, and then HR process, or human relations. So with that, or human resources, human relations, what am I talking about? I get so excited, I don't even know what I'm saying. Human resources, which is how do you hire, fire, and review people, all right? You need to have that in as you get ready to scale your business. You don't have to have them all at once. Figure out what your biggest need is. If you're not getting enough clients, right there, your biggest need. Focus on that and get that dialed in. If you've got clients, but it's a mess with your systems, get this stuff in order. And if you're doing pretty well, but you're not having any money left over, or you're always behind on taxes, accounting, get that taken care of. That's a really important one. And then if you're ready to hire, take this one, but don't do this one until you're ready to hire someone. So what you do with these systems, these processes, are you create, you implement, optimize. So here's how you do that. You follow the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule states that 20% of your activities are going to get you to 80% of the results you want. So just focus on the 20% that are going to get you 80% of the way there, and then let your people take care of the rest, the people you hire. So here's how you document your processes. First, in each of those processes, document the 3 to 5 key steps in the process. So there should be 3 to 5 key steps in every one of those processes. Get it done. Then you document the 3 to 5 key actions in each step. So it's like a bullet point, sub-bullet point, right? 3 to 5 actions that have to happen. Then you train your team on it, or you train yourself on it, review it, make sure it's actually getting the job done. Is it accomplishing the outcome that you want? And you repeat this by optimizing it. So now I look back and say, where could I make it better? Where could I make it more simple? Where is there energy leaks because I'm spending too much time? That's how you create your processes. Super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. This gives you a structure and a framework to now delegate things to other people, frees up more of your time. And you need to develop your org chart. So this is organizational chart. What it does is it creates accountability, it provides clarity for you and your team, and it's a framework for success. So an org chart looks like this picture over here. You've got you at the top, and if you're the only person in your business now, you hold all these roles, right? You at the top, and then you usually have 3 departments. You've got sales and marketing, you're going to have operations, which is training and your office management, and then finance, which is your accounting and HR. Those are your 3 main departments, right? So you'll have somebody in those spots, and then you'll have trainers, and you'll have customer service or admin. You'll have a bookkeeper that you work with, or an accountant. They fall within that category of finance. So you develop this out, and what you do is you create a title, and then 3 responsibilities, 3 key responsibilities for each of these people. And then that's how you provide clarity. So anyone on your team can look at this and say, I know who's responsible for what, who to go to if I have a problem. What that does for you is you hire people, is it keeps you from having to have like 46 direct reports. They're all coming to you with their problems. Remember that picture early on of everybody yelling at them with their problems and putting out fires? That's what that feels like. So you just want to be handling 2 or 3 people. And now at first you're going to hold a lot of the spots on your accountability chart. And it's okay. Start early because you'll be able to then bring people in. And when you bring people in that way, you don't hire off of the person, you hire off of the position. And that's really, really important to make note of. So look at your org chart. Figure out how to develop your org chart. It's not tough. Now let's go into how do you measure your success. You have to track your progress. So we're going to go through this pretty quick. Okay? This is a dashboard for one of our coaching clients. I pulled it right out of our coaching system. So we have a dashboard that we have, a software that tracks all this stuff for us. So we have some KPIs, we have financial metrics, and we'll cover what these need to be. Then here's another one. So we've got 4 sales and marketing pillars, so leads, FEOs, new clients, right? And then we've got some graphs and charts to look at. So you need to develop your dashboard. If you don't have access to this, a spreadsheet will work. But access to cool software like this is obviously a huge benefit. So here are the metrics you need to be tracking. Every week, you need to track your 4 sales and marketing pillars. How many leads did I get? How many new FEOs did I sign up? How many new COs, so new clients did I sign up? And what's my retention number? So we can look at that. And yes, Dave, you can get a copy of the video. Absolutely. I'll send out the replay, no problem. So every week, leads, new FEO, CO, and retention. You're going to tally them up for the week. And you are absolutely welcome, Dave. I'm watching the chat, guys, so I am watching that. Then you need to track your 4 KPIs every single month. So you need to track operating margin. So operating margin is basically your revenue minus expenses, and it's a percentage of your overall revenue, right? So it's not exactly profit, but margin basically is going to tell you how much wiggle room do I have, how much buffer. So if I want to take advantage of an opportunity, how much can I afford to spend on that? Or if I want to hire someone, how much do I have before I'm going to have to make more money? So you want an operating margin of 20 to 20 plus %, right? 20 is kind of that minimum good amount, plus that is great. And so, you know, and some of that depends on the size of your business, but you need to track your operating margin. And to get these numbers, you're going to have to track some other key things. So if we go back up, you'll notice that we have, you know, gross revenue and expenses for this particular client. They're doing $40K a month, 36 in expenses. So their profit margin is 9.9%, so a little low, right? So we know that's something we might want to work on. So you have to get all these numbers to get these as well. So you're still tracking more than that. Now you want your auto pay to expense ratio. So I'm going to bounce back over here. I have my auto pay. So this is what's on EFT, $33,190. Right? Then I know my expenses. So auto pay to expense ratio, 91.8%. We want it at 100. We want to know that you don't have to sell anything extra to cover your expenses. So 100 plus is our target. So we would know we need to get auto pay up by about $3,000 unless this month was kind of a fluke. Just a big expense came up. And that's why you look at tracking it over time. That's important to know. How stable is my business? How secure can I be? Do I have some certainty that I'm not going to have to scramble to make money? How good would it be to know every month when I wake up, or every day when I wake up through the month, I know I've got all my bills covered. That's awesome, right? Everything extra I make or sell is just bonus. That's huge. Then you want your CO conversion rate. So how many leads do I turn into clients? And then how fast am I growing? What's my CO growth rate? So I want to take the month's previous clients minus the ones I lost plus the ones I added. What's the difference between last month and this month? And I want to see a growth rate. And you can see that here. Lost a few clients that month, not so good. You can see that here. 6 and 9, not very good at 265. So I was down 1.2%. I was for 96% retention. I want to get that up. That's going to help my monthly CO rate. So, but I convert 60% of my leads to clients, so I just need to get more leads. That's how you know if you're on track for success, right? That's how you know. And so these numbers, it's not just busy work. You look at them and you run your business off of them, and it tells you where are my trouble spots. You never get into trouble. If I'm looking at my 4 sales and marketing pillars weekly, my KPIs monthly, I can spot a problem before it becomes a big problem. I can correct. Most people wait until it's too long and they say, oh crap, my bank account's at 0, or I've got this big bill to pay. Terrible way to run your business. You want certainty? Track your metrics. These are the ones you need to track. But all this is really hard to do on your own. Right? It's really challenging. And so that's what you should do. So how do you know when it's time to get some help or look out for some coaching maybe? We offer coaching. So how do you know? Well, when you feel like this within your business, it's too late. Like you should have got coaching well before you started to feel like this, right? And after coaching, a lot of times you feel like this. You feel like Fat Joe and Little Wayne making it rain, right? But if you feel like this, absolutely, time to get coaching. If you feel like you're just before this, like you're really frustrated at your business, but you haven't quite thrown your fist through your computer, then you have to get some coaching, right? And the reason that you get coaching is because, right, you need accountability. You want to have the fast track. You want to figure this out all on your own. If you want to know that there are systems, there are things in place, there are ways to make this so much easier, and you want to leverage a peer group, so people that are doing it now, plus people that have done it before, if you want to leverage all that experience, the power of a mastermind, right? Power of a group helps you create all this knowledge and figure out the best way, and then you have a coach to hold you accountable to do it. Everybody should have coaching. Every one of our team members, like our leadership team, we have coaches. We all spend a significant amount of money to have peer groups and coaches. You need to do the same for your business. Your clients hire you as a coach to fast track their success. This is how they feel about fat loss or fitness or strength training. They want to punch the screen when they think about that. If you think about your business this way or you're frustrated, it's time to get some coaching. So what you get with our coaching, and I'm not trying to sell you coaching right now, right? But what you get a fitness business alignment system toolbox. So that's all of the tools that are going to help you create your marketing strategy, create systems, organize your thoughts, create a long-term plan for your success. You get that. You get the Academy membership. So we have a membership that has 14 new courses we're getting ready to put up in the Academy. Everything you need to know on mastering your marketing, everything you need to know on running your business, plus tactical level modules that show you what some of our best people are doing now to have success, so like blueprints that you get to go through. You get exclusive coaching days. You get coaching days with our group, like a mastermind meeting that you get to come into. 70 plus marketing blueprints and business systems that are done for you. So a blueprint is an A to Z campaign that you can run for marketing. So you don't have to think about how to do all that stuff. You don't have to think about the 3 channels. You just pick one and run it. And then all the done for you business systems. Then private online accountability groups. So you're going to be able to check in weekly and ask questions of your peers and of your coaches in a private group where you're going to get as much help as you need. And you get monthly coaching calls. So you're going to talk with your coach monthly to solve your biggest problem and create a success plan. Now, if we sold all this individually, it'd be like 20 grand, right? But we don't. It's $400 or $499 a month. So really, really reasonable coaching process. You don't have to buy all that today. But if coaching, all it did was this. If it finally let you breathe comfortably and earn enough money to not stress out about your bills, It gave you a few extra hours a week of free time to spend with your friends, family, or heck, just by yourself. Like I know for right now, for me, a few hours of just alone time is amazing. I pay an insane amount of money for that. Give you the accountability to accomplish 25% more this year than last. So if you're just having struggle with your priorities and don't get enough done, or you don't know what you're actually getting done or have no purpose, we can help you do that. And we'll help you get at least 5 new extra clients a month. What's that worth to you? So let's look at what one client's worth. What's a client worth to you? $600, $1,200, $2,400? You go back to that slide where we had the marketing plan laid out for you, and that strategy, right? You just follow that plan. It's worth over $4,000 every month, month after month to your business. But if you just got one new client, what's their lifetime value? $2,400, $1,200, right? You could get 5 more clients a month or even a week, and that's what we see some of our clients get. How much would you be willing to invest to have that accountability and that structure and that system? So again, this is all the stuff that you get with this. And the number one thing is the coaching. Right? All the tools, all the resources, all of that that's bonus stuff, right? That just makes it easier. The key is you have a coach. You have somebody that cares about your success, is dedicated to helping you create the plan for yourself, and it's not just a cookie cutter program. Right? We help you figure out what's my business need to look like to make me happy as a business owner. What's it need to look like to make you happy? And we work backwards and we create the plan using the resources we have to get you there. Right? It's super simple. So find out if this is a good fit. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and I'm going to put it there right now, and I'm hoping I'm still got it on my dashboard. You can click on this chat link. Right? No application. You're going to get a quick video from me, and you'll be able to schedule a call. There's no cost to this whatsoever. It's not a sneaky trick. You just get to schedule your call. You're going to talk with one of our coaches, and they're going to help you work through a plan. Right? They're going to talk about your challenges, your successes. They're going to talk about what you're struggling with the most. How can we help you get there? And then we're going to talk about a little bit about coaching. If you think that the plan we create for you and help you work through, if you see some value in that, you say, damn right, I'm in on this coaching. We're all in, right? We're ready to get you going. So you can click on the link in the chat or watch your email. So again, here's what you get. All this stuff, $20,000 of stuff when you join the coaching program. All you have to do is break some old habits, right? You got to quit relying on yourself. You got to quit making excuses in your head that you can't build this successful business, that you're not a good business person, that you don't like marketing. You have to like marketing, right? You have to get it done. You just need a coach to show you an easier way. You have old habits. You've scrambled in your business. You've not done things the right way, right? You've done things the hard way. You're frustrated. You've got to break those habits. And when you break those habits, like, you can't get more info. Absorbing all this stuff, right? That's great. There's tons of products and courses out there, but you need someone to make sure that you actually put it in place. That's where coaching comes in. Coaching makes you accountable. They help you break your old habits. They help you become a better person and a business owner. And that's what we want to do. To break your habits and take a little leap of faith, schedule the call today. Then we have a 90-day guarantee. So once you join the program, you have 90 days to test it out. If we don't help you recoup your investment in coaching by the 90th day, you can get a full refund for your coaching. We know that if you put to work the systems that we have, you work with your coach, you absolutely are going to have success. So all you need to do is schedule your discovery call today. You go through a coaching call, learn a little bit about what we have to offer, right? See if there's any value in coaching whatsoever for you, and click on the link in chat. Now, the risk reversal, love it. Who's trying to caught me on it? I follow the same process that I teach you guys, right? So schedule your call. I'm going to send out an email with the replay. I'm going to send out an email with the link to you guys so you can get it there too. You can click the link in the chat. Really look forward to talking with some of you and seeing you in the coaching program. It's absolutely a pleasure. You guys can do so many great things in your business. You have the power to build the business that you want, the super successful business. It doesn't require you to be there 24/7. Allows you to stick to your strengths, have fun, give you a sense of purpose. You can build a team. You can make a huge impact in your community. And you just need to let us partner with you so that we can help you get there a little faster. We can make things a little easier on you. It's really not a complicated process. You just have to have somebody to help you for. So really appreciate it with you guys. I appreciate you taking time right now out of your schedules with clients and family and friends. And you dedicated an hour to learning today. And hopefully you found this information incredibly valuable. If you have questions, email me, Ryan at FRNation. Answer all my own emails. So happy to help out. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you another time.